Hello folks, and welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to another week. It's Monday. Currently I am 20 days out of Barcelona Marathon. I actually cannot believe it. I had a chat with my coach last week, which I mentioned on the previous vlog to this one, and as of this week my cycling is completely scaled back because my training has ramped up. I've actually just checked my Training Peaks training schedule for this week and I'm a little bit nervous. I've done my stretching this morning. I have done a strength training session. I feel pretty good. I was going to go on the bike and do like an hour on the Zwift bike setup. And now I don't think I'm gonna. After seeing this week, I'm like, no. We also had a chat last week, Leslie and I, about my nutrition. I definitely know that is something that I don't excel at when it comes to fueling myself. I feel like that's something that has always been in the back of my mind. I'm so much better with it now when I'm riding. I have a thing that comes up on the Garmin like every 45 minutes to make sure that I'm taking some fuel on board. However, when I'm running, I'm not as good as what I should be. So now before each run, I have on my Training Peaks calendar, Leslie's told me what I should be having at certain intervals during my run, before my run, after my run, everything in between. So that's going to help me to stay focused with how I'm fueling myself. Because at the end of the day, I know that from Toulouse Marathon last October, I felt really, really good until I got to maybe 7 kilometers from the finish and my legs just felt like they didn't want to move anymore. And that was the worst feeling ever. I had in my mind that I was going to finish in a certain time. I was like, this is great. I've got 5 kilometers left. I know how long it takes me to run 5K. And then my legs just went, no. Different story. So I know where I let myself down with my nutrition in the last marathon. So if I can rectify that with all the training I've been doing in this training block, I'm really hoping that I can walk away from, it's going to be challenging because my legs are going to hurt, walk away from Barcelona Marathon knowing that I've done every single thing that I can to get the best result that I want and that I'm happy with. Just to finish it, as always, is going to be the most amazing feeling, and that is my number one goal. If I can come away with it with a set time, even better. But I'm just focusing at the moment on getting myself to that point, getting myself through the race and literally doing as much as I can. I'm feeling very nervous going into this week, but we're going to do it. Come on, let's go. Good morning. So today is a tempo training session for me on my plan. I'm currently out walking the dogs, as you can see. It is a super wet morning here, although I'm grateful because the rain has actually stopped. When I opened the shutters this morning, it was absolutely pouring down really heavy. So at the moment I'm like, please stay like this so that I can do my training not in the pouring down rain. I feel a little mix of anxiety and looking forward to my run, as I feel like that's going to be now for the rest of my training block. It always feels really good once you've finished and you got the training done beforehand. At the moment I'm just getting those little bit of like pre-run nerves, which sounds ridiculous, but I think it is what it is at the moment. So anyway, walking dogs, admin work, running, and then we've got some things to do this afternoon, so let's go. Welcome to my tempo training session. I've got an hour and 15 minutes this morning to get done. 10-minute warm up, an hour maintaining quite a relatively high heart rate and then a cool down. I've got my gels for my fueling in my little salmon belt. I've had a carb-rich breakfast a couple of hours ago. Whew. I'm ready to get this done. Run this morning. My energy levels actually felt very, very good. Obviously fueling with the gels every 30 minutes was a massive help for me, and making sure that I had a really decent breakfast before I left as well. My anxiety levels are getting higher and higher the closer that we get to race day. I am very kind of in tune now with how I'm feeling, how my energy is, how my body feels. And I think sometimes that can become all-consuming. So I'm trying to just stay really, really focused on each training session one by one. I am going to have a decent recovery shake now, a bite to eat before we head out this afternoon, and I need to go and have a shower as well. But so far so good. The training session was really good. I just need to hold on to that really and know that I can do it and just believe in what I'm doing. I've done this morning's session. I'm very happy with how it went. And yeah, getting on with the rest of the day and then gearing up for my next training session, which is happening on Thursday morning. In between now and then, I need to make sure that I'm doing quite a lot of stretching, quite a lot of recovery. I am getting a little bit of a twingy pain through my right foot and all the way up like through my glute as well. So I just need to work on that, making sure that I'm stretching and just doing a little bit of recuperation there. So hopefully that is going to be okay. But that's where we are right now, and it's time to get a recovery shake. Good morning. Currently I'm out walking my boys. It's around 8 AM. It's very peaceful, sun's coming up, good energy coming in. Yesterday afternoon after my run, I felt pretty good. The legs are feeling okay, which is great. I did feel quite tired. Maybe I needed to fuel myself a little bit more. I needed to get a little bit more rest in the afternoon. Today I'm going to do a stretching session. I'm going to do a little bit of strength training. And other than that, it is a complete rest day. Feels kind of weird because I'm so used to on the last few vlogs where for the last month basically, I've been, on the days I'm not running, I've been rising for like 4 hours plus. So it feels really weird and also really nice to just step back and be like, okay, I'm not doing anything today. I'm literally resting as much as I can. So I'm also going to do in this video a little bit of an insight into what I'm going to be taking with me on marathon day, what I'm going to be wearing. I'm honed in now, I hope, on all those little details. This is the hardest week for me in training. It's my last big week, and then as of next week I should be tapering, I think. My run on Saturday will be a complete replica of race day. It's 2 hours 40, folks. It's a long, long run, and this week it's like long intervals of like high heart rate, low heart rate. For now, I'm feeling pretty good. It is midweek. I've got a run tomorrow morning, which is an hour and 17 minutes. That's going to be an interval session. That is going to be a tough session. So for now, I'm walking my boys. It is a glorious morning. And then the rest of the day, I hope, is going to be quite chilled. Parcel, which I'm really excited to see what it is actually. And normally it's annoying because the post always leaves stuff, and there's the occasional time when they're like, oh, we're going to take it to the post office, and then you get there and the post office is closed. So I'm hoping that is going to be open this morning. I'm going to pick up this parcel. I think it could be something that we have got coming that is going to help us in prep for deserters bikers. So I'm excited to see what it is. I'm going to head in now and get it, and then show you guys when I come out the post office. These little super quiet French towns, there's literally like, there's never anyone around. It's actually quite exciting because in this little box here are my Shocks headphones ready for marathon day. So in the last marathon that I ran, I got to about 2.5 hours in and my Shocks headphones started saying, "Charge me," really quietly in my ears, and I was like, oh, no way. So actually, maybe the last 10 kilometres of the race, it wasn't really an issue, but when you're at that point where you're like, I really need to dig deep now to finish, my headphones actually ran out of battery, so got in contact with Shocks, and they have very kindly sent me a new pair of headphones for race day. So I'm actually really excited about this. This is just amazing that these have arrived. They're here in time. I'm excited to get them out, charge them, give them a try on maybe tomorrow's run. Yeah, this is a good parcel delivery. Actually, I'm going to move that down. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, they're wrapped very nicely. So, Shocks have very kindly given me the Open Run Pro 2 headphones, which are these cool little things here. So I'm very, very excited to be having these on race day and for my runs, because it means that hopefully they're not going to start saying "charge me" in my ears. So this is great news. I'm very psyched to get these out. And they're orange, very fancy. Yeah, these are going to be an absolute game changer. It's morning matcha time. Coconut milk. This is like my favourite drink of the whole entire day. Getting ready for my run, and I thought that I would do a very quick rundown, no pun intended, of what I'm going to be wearing on race day for Barcelona Marathon, which is coming in like 17 days, I think. It's coming so fast. Anyway, so race day clothing that I plan to wear. I've actually got on the Soar running shorts at the moment because I'm going to wear these on my training session this morning. These are the most lightweight shorts I have ever trained in. They're literally like, they feel like I haven't got any shorts on. They're so lightweight. They also have these little hooks in them, these little bits of elastic, which mean that I can carry some of my gels on here. And I also have a couple of pockets and a zip up bit at the back, which is super handy for carrying mainly gels, I guess, because that's all I'm planning, other than maybe my phone, to carry with me on race day. For my top, it is a choice at the moment, depending on weather. Could be pretty warm in Barcelona. I have got one of the Soar running vests, which I'm really, really happy to have one of these. Soar are known for their running vests. So I have this one. It's super bright. It's really fun. So I'm thinking, this could be really cool to wear on race day. So I'm hoping the weather is going to be warm enough and I'm going to head out in this. If not, if there's anything that kind of happens, I've done a lot of my training for this block wearing the Soar merino wool top. It's getting a little bit warm to wear this now. This is currently inside out, so sorry about that. But it's really, really comfy. So it literally is a choice for me between the two. So weather depending, I'm hoping it's going to be really warm and I'm going to head out in my running vest, which would be really cool. Last time when I ran Toulouse Marathon, I also ran with a Salomon vest, and I felt that this time I wanted to run with something that was maybe a little bit more lightweight. Maybe it's that extra layer, isn't it, when you're wearing a running vest? So I actually got myself a Salomon race belt. I've run with this quite a few times now on my training sessions. It is very, very comfortable. Again, there's so much space for gels in it. It fits really well. The only issue that I have with it, and again, it's not an issue with the belt, it's the fact that my phone is like this big. Bit of an exaggeration. However, it just fits in the front pocket, and maybe it's something that I don't want to be taking with me on race day, so then it won't matter. But it's just a little bit heavy to have that in the front pocket. But other than that, this race belt I think is what I'm going to be having with me. I've also got my Garmin heart rate monitor. I've done all my training to heart rate, so the heart rate monitor is my most number one important piece of kit for race day. And running shoes. Now, I know these aren't the lightest, I know these aren't the most fandango running trainers that are out there on the market, but I've always done my running, my training, everything in the Nike trail shoes. I find these to be super comfortable. I ran my last marathon wearing the black ones. I've got these white ones as well. I haven't been able to get myself a new pair because I don't think that they make them anymore. So I am making do. I'm running in these. I find them to be the most comfortable, and I just haven't changed them because I think if something works, then just keep it, go with it. So I'm getting ready at the moment to head out for my interval session. I'm doing like 15 minutes, zone 5, back down to zone 2 for about 3 minutes. I'm repeating that 3 times. I'm going to load up with my nutrition in just a second. The sun is out this morning. It is such a gorgeous day. So I'm getting ready to go out. I'm going to get myself out there and get myself some vitamin D. I'm going to take you with me on my interval session run this morning, and let's see how it's going to go. I forgot to say, obviously my shocks are coming with me on race day. Charged these up last night. They have a 14-hour battery life. So hopefully that means there is no, after 2.5 hours, them going, charge me, in my ears, and my anxiety going, whoop. So yeah, I'm psyched to try these and add a bit more colour to my kit. Grabbing my gels for this morning's run. I'm going to be taking these with me. These are super, super delicious. These are the Sturka Gel Plasma Tech Citrus Fruit flavour. I need to take 3 because I need to take 1 before every interval session. This morning, I have actually got a code for these, which is going to hopefully pop up on the screen. And then it's underneath the video as well, so you can check back with that. Morning, Phil. Hi, love. With me on my morning run, babe. Come on, Phil. Jay has left this morning to do a mammoth ride. It's 180 kilometres, I think. So he's going to be gone for most of the day. He's meeting a couple of friends in Mirepoix. They're doing the loop together. Most of the loop, I think. And then, yeah, he'll head back later on. So he's got a big day ahead. Very nearly at the end of the warm-up. It's done. What a difference taking a gel before that interval has made. Just on my 3-minute cool down before my next interval. 2 more left. The music is good in my ears this morning. I've got some kind of 90s Nelly Furtado vibe going on. Also with a mix of like some 80s thrown in there. Oh yeah, it's jamming. Also, while we're here, driveway appreciation going on. Who lives down there? Gel number 2 is going in. Second interval is done. That feels so good. Compared to last week, I feel really good today. This is lush. I'm just like soaking it in. 1 more interval left. 3-minute cool down. 15-minute zone 2, and then this session's done. Feeling very positive, so this is great. 3rd one done. Yes. Oh, come on. My 3rd interval is done. Oh my god.
I'm just doing my little cool down before I go into my 15-minute zone 2. Oh, I'm so happy that that is done, and I just feel like so happy that I feel really good. Magic run sessions. Thursday morning run session is done. That is the best that I have felt doing an interval session. Taking those gels every 20 minutes made a massive difference to me, and also it gets me used to taking them every 20 minutes. I think it is when I'm actually doing the marathon. So yeah, it's all the pre-preparation, but I feel really good. I've got the runner's high. I'm like, yes. I did 15.57 kilometers, 1 hour 19 minutes, 3 interval blocks. I'm really happy with that. So I'm back at the bezy now. I'm going to refuel, scrambled eggs, recovery shake, all the good delicious stuff. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Post run recovery shake in here. So I've just had a little thing come up to say that I got a PB in my 15 kilometers this morning. Oh yes, that's made me feel really good. Oh, it's all those little things where you maybe don't always feel that you are getting better, improving, because it always feels like tricky and a challenge. And then you get a little notification like that and you're like, yeah, thanks, that's good. Good morning, it is Saturday morning, the sun is shining. It is a fresh one out there today. I walk the dogs and there's a little bit of frost in the valley and I'm like, oh my God, 1st of March. Anyway, today, weekend, I have got my longest run session to do. This is 2 hours, 40 minutes this morning. I've got 8 intervals within that 2 hours, 40 minutes. And the last 10 minutes, I've got to run as hard and as fast as I can. Okay. And afterwards, I see that there is a note to say that to maximise my recovery, to lay down for at least an hour. This is serious business. I've got my gels ready. I'm absolutely packed up to the brim with my race belt. I've got gels hidden everywhere in my shorts. I've got to take a gel every 20 minutes on this run. So literally, I am going into this morning's session replicating as best as I can marathon day. So I got up this morning, I had my breakfast, I've left it a couple of hours, and yeah, now it is time to head out, face the run session, and just look forward to the recovery afterwards. I have a rough route in my head. I was going through my Strava last night trying to work out, because it's sort of, in this session, I've got, my heart rate is going to be increasing each interval, but in between those intervals, it's basically zone 1 for like 10 minutes. So I'm not going to, it's really hard to work out, because I don't run on distance, where to go to make sure that I'm not miles away from home when it comes to the end of my session, but also so that I know that I'm somewhere where I can add on bits and pieces to my run to make sure that I've got the distance, etc. etc. So I have a rough idea in my head where I'm going to go. I'm pretty psyched for this morning. This is going to be the longest run of this session, this whole training vlog, not just this session. And then tomorrow will be a really breezy hour recovery leg stretch. So I'm like focused on the recovery, being able to just chill out for the rest of the afternoon. When I get back, I've actually got myself from the bakery a couple of croissants, not both for me, one is for James. I'm gonna have that, I'm gonna have my scrambled egg, my recovery shake, and then I'm just gonna chill out. So I'm ready. James has just left, or he's in the process of leaving for his Saturday ride out that he does with the guys. So yeah, we're ready. It's going to be a good session. Bye, love.
Oh, hi.
Have a good ride.
Pardon?
I said, have a good ride.
Oh yeah, thank you very much.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, dog.
Come on. Here we go. It is such a gorgeous morning. Check this out. Hello, 1st of March. Interval 5. This is my little 10-minute cool down before my 6th interval, where I've got to run the hardest and fastest I can for 10 minutes. I was on real verge of uncomfortable with that last interval. One more to go, the hardest one, and then the last 20 minutes of the session are just going to be like, this is okay. I can do this. I can do it. I've also switched from, I was listening to the Paula Radcliffe podcast, which was awesome, but then I was like, I need something now. I need some music in my ears for the last part of the session. So I've switched to what I'm listening to. I'm hoping it's gonna help me through the last bit. I'm walking up the bezy hill. I have finished my 2-hour 40-minute run. Those last 10 minutes of running as fast as I could and as hard as I could, I literally had a meltdown. I got a stitch in my side. I never ever ever get a stitch. I felt like I built it up so much and I couldn't get my heart rate to stay like high, and every time it dropped it was really in my head like, you're not working hard enough, you're not working hard enough. Oh, but not every run session is perfect. I've finished today's run session now. I run just over 30 kilometres at an average pace of 5:19. I'm so chuffed with that. I think sometimes you're always going to get those sessions where you think like, what if I could have just done that a little bit harder of a push, but then I had a stitch, so that was really hard anyway. Oh, but there we go, that's Saturday's run session done. That's my hardest, longest session now in this training block. Time for a bit of rest, time for a bit of a refuel. Oh, just put my feet up now for the afternoon, but I'm happy that that session is done. I don't feel completely trashed at the end of the session. Taking all those gels on board was fine. So all in all, it's good, it's positive. I think as always you're going to get those little things that like come into your mind, but I just have to get past that and get through it. Like the whole running game is something like 80% mental, and I know that that's the last little hurdle that I need to kind of get myself through, because physically I'm pretty much there. I should be pretty much there. I've got 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks until marathon day now, so it's just working on my mind and getting my focus completely there and realigned. But it's coming. For the time being, I'm happy with the run session that I've done. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's just little hour relaxed run now. That's the hardest it's going to be, and I've done it. It's all good.
Refuel. I'm so psyched for this scrambled egg croissant thing that I've got going on here. I'm going to end the video at this point just before I refuel. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to have possibly the most amazing nap after this as well. I've had a pretty good week of training. I feel good with where I am at this point. I think come the end of this week I would have run probably around 70 kilometers, which is going to be my peak mileage before the race. I'm like a healthy mix of anxiety and excitement at the moment, so I need to keep it at that level. That is another week of training in the books, which I'm super psyched for. I hope that you've enjoyed coming along on this journey for me. As always, thank you for watching the videos. If you like the videos, don't forget to click like, and as always, click subscribe to keep up to date with future videos which are going to be coming on the channel. Anyway, folks, ciao for now. Thanks so much for being in this space with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.